she didn't like her at all, actually. I was like, what a loser. And Payal is like, I always write stories of losers.
ചേച്ചിക്ക് ആളെ നേരത്തെ അറിയായിരുന്നു? തീരെ അറിയത്തില്ലായിരുന്നു. ഒരു ദിവസം അച്ഛൻ വിളിച്ച് വെച്ച് വീട്ടിലോട്ട് വരാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ ചെന്നപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അവർ കല്യാണമൊക്കെ നിശ്ചയിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു. ഒട്ടും അറിയാത്ത ഒരാളെ എങ്ങനെയാ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കാം? കൊണ്ടൊന്നും പറ്റുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നില്ല.
Hi everyone, it's Silas Ram, AsianCultureVulture.com. It's London Film Festival and we're back doing the London Film Festival afternoon teas. Let's see the filmmakers who are there. Hi everyone, this is Silas Ram, AsianCultureVulture.com. It's the last day for us at the London Film Festival and I have the amazing Kani Kusruti, who is the star of All We Imagine As Light, the film that totally slayed in Cannes, won the Grand Prix, amazing performance, amazing film. Welcome to London, welcome to London Film Festival, Kani. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just amused by your energy.
That's good, that's good. Well, I'm enthused by the film and your energy here in the room. So, how is it being in London, being at London Film Festival? I mean, tonight is the premiere of the film here.
It's been great. I really wanted to come. I was really excited, and I really, when I got the invitation, it's really hard because today the film is premiering at Mumbai as well, and my whole team is there. So it's a little hard for me to come, but at the same time, I was like, probably I want to come here to, just to be, just to, And so far.
Have you been to London before?
Yes. I have performed here, theatre performances here and around England and different places, and I've come to the London Indian Film Festival, not because as an actor, but for some other purpose. I've been here, so I've been to BFI, so it's really nice to be again back here in the same place.
Absolutely, yeah. So take us back to, how did you get involved in the film? Go right to the beginning and maybe, getting a script or having a phone call with Payal, Kapadia, the director.
Yeah, so actually my best friend's brother was studying in Film Institute that time, and he one day messaged me saying, Kani, one of my classmates named Payal would like to reach out to you for something. This is like 8-9 years ago, when she was studying. He said, can I pass your number? I said, yeah, and I thought some student project, which I always like to do as well. So then she wrote to me, Kani, I watched one short film of yours and I really liked it, and I'm writing a Malayalam story, and there is a nurse in this and 2 nurses, but you can play the younger part. So what Divya played, Anu, she was proposing that for me because she said, I'm going to develop this character thinking of you in mind, because what I watched in that short film, you resembles that person so much. And I was like, okay. And then she sent me a draft that she had back then, and I was very curious to know why she doesn't speak Malayalam. So how, and she told me what are the reasons for her to kind of, to have these Malayali nurses and everything. So I was very happy and we were excited and we were like, oh, maybe next year we will shoot this film. But it didn't happen for years. Then she made the documentary which also won at Cannes and everything. So I started seeing.
Had you seen that? Did you see
yes, I've
Nothing?
seen, yeah. So I've seen her journey, and I was like, so I was already happy that this other woman from other part of India reached out to me, not because I was some famous actor or anything, something she's seen me and she kind of thought maybe I can work on her things or something. I was just genuinely happy, whenever someone from far really reaches out to you, that's always pleasure.
And how did you feel at that stage about the Kerala nurse story? I mean, I think people from Kerala know that a lot of nurses work outside, work abroad, in foreign countries, and as well as the
all over India. Yeah.
So, had you ever played a Malayali nurse before?
Not that I remember, no. I'm sometimes very bad at this, and I'm like, Kani, you did. And
no. Then, did you get to meet him? Did you? What kind of research or what's your kind of process as an actor?
So finally, when the film was finally supposed to get made, I ended up playing the other part because years have passed, and I auditioned for the other part, and then I got the part, and then Payal has made some nurses to come to us and then do some kind of workshop with us for certain scenes and how they then interact. And then I went to this hospital to just observe some nurses. So some of the research, but mainly the rehearsal part was about getting into the tonality of this particular film's aesthetics, rather like for example, some of these technical aspects of being a nurse doing this we needed, but otherwise it was more about how Payal wants to make this film and how to get into it. But yeah, we had some rehearsals for that.
And how did you get into the character, Prabha? What was your way into her? What did you like about her?
I didn't like her at all, actually. I was like, what a loser. And Payal is like, I always write stories of losers.
I see, right, okay. I don't think of her as a loser. I think of her as very emotionally intelligent, and she's like the emotional fulcrum of the film. And
you can say, but for me, my favorite character is Parvati. Like, I think she's fierce, and I mostly, personally, I look up to women like that than Prabha or something. Then my second favorite character is Anu, because she's also like curious and all. Like, I'm always like, why these women, like, just like, lighten up a bit, and I'm more of that person. But for me, of course, the transition Prabha has in the film, and the story takes her to something, and that's why I love the film, more than probably a character and everything. It's also what the whole film is talking about. For me to get into it, of course, it's the rehearsals that I had with Payal. Of course, I had some ideas, and a lot of my ideas were probably wrong interpretation. So that we had 2 to 3 weeks, so we had kind of enough time to unlearn the wrong ideas probably I had, or the wrong interpretation I had. Or sometimes probably Payal is like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe Kani, I didn't think of it. You thought of it. Okay, bring that in. Or sometimes it's like Payal really helping us to find these characters in a certain world that she has built, very aesthetically pleasing and strong and poetic. And so she had a certain differentiation in all these characters, but also within the world. So I think for me as an artist to fit into this world was more like that certain aesthetics Payal has, to be in it was more of a discovery than finding Prabha.
Yeah. So your relationship also with Divya Prabha, who plays Anu, did you know her before? There's great chemistry.
Yes.
And there seems to be a great kinship.
We have known each other for, now it's going to be 10 years almost. Actually, we have done a soap opera together. And she's really young. And after that, we have done a play together. We always wanted to work in a film together. And then it happened. It was really serendipity. And for me, what was really, really overwhelming moment was to watch her at Cannes, because I've seen her growth, like from really being a naive actor from a certain stage to becoming really good at her craft. So for me to really witness that at Cannes, to watch this film and she portraying Anu, and where I could hardly see Divya, she really pulled off a different characterization, and that was really overwhelming for me. I was telling Payal, like, what a feeling. And I mean, rarely, sometimes you grow together with co-actors and you see the journey in a different way. And for Divya, I was already slightly senior to her in terms of when I started acting and everything. So, but to suddenly see her growth, like, like from that to something else, and it was really incredible for me too. Because in the past few years, she's been working in really good films, and she had an exponential growth in her craft, and it's really good to witness. And for me, Chhaya-ji, who plays Parvati, she's been a fantastic actor always, and I couldn't wait to reach the rehearsal with her, because it was everyday learning process watching her. Any lines that's not even written so well, Chhaya-ji just makes it like poetry in seconds, and I don't know how she articulates her line so well like that. So I really look up to her. So these two actors were really wonderful to work with. Yeah.
And how was Cannes for you? I mean, we were there, we covered the red carpet. There's a lot of energy on the red carpet. Have you had a chance to reflect on the whole experience and it winning the Grand Prix? And I was at the press conference afterwards, and I asked Payal a question about the Indian film industry. But for you personally, how was that experience?
I mean, I was in the middle of a shoot when I was coming, so I literally went with my luggages to the location. I had a shoot, flew, went into these things, went back to the shoot. So it was like a dream. I was like, did it happen or not? Coming back to your question, reflecting on it, I didn't really sat and thought about it so much. But that moment itself was there. Like I think I was quite present there, so I didn't have to reflect on it later. It was spontaneously there, the feelings and the moments and everything with me. It was amazing. It was absurd because honestly, because we were making this film like with the lowest budget and like somehow and everything, and then suddenly you are in this luxurious place where people are here, and I'm like, what is happening exactly? So a lot of absurdity, magic, and surreal, and then happiness, and to be with all of us, and then to watch the film was something for us, because we were also watching it for the first time. Like we were so much in the script, and probably I think all actors have least interacted in the script than anybody else. But there were other crew members as well. They've been working on this a long period of time. For all of them, like finally, oh, this is really out. Oh wow, okay, that was there.
And yeah, let's talk about the reaction to the film, both
Yes.
in Cannes and now it's screening in Kerala.
Yeah.
So, have you been surprised by the way people have responded to the film?
It's released in Kerala for a few days. It's been that those were all cinephiles who loved the film. I'm more looking forward to the actual Indian release and to see and ready to be surprised to see how people feel about it. But so far it's been all good, and people are getting the film and they really understand what exactly it is, and so those are expected. I'm looking forward to things that's unexpected reactions.
Yeah,
not yet. But when it releases in India, I'm expecting something. But so let's see.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.